We just moved in here. It like feels totally crazy to move out. I haven't even finished moving in. We've got boxes that are not unpacked yet and we're packing them out. So, everything happens for a reason. We're going sailing. So much to do. I'm Sarah and this is Charlie. We met 8 years ago.
Got you a frosty bouquet.
Sailboat in Erickson 28 at the San Francisco Bay Marina where Charlie was living. We've been sailing around together since then, but earlier this summer, after years of trying, we moved to Vermont to build a land home. We were working away on our land when the week took a fast turn. For all the plans we make, life is an exercise of going with the flow. Join us as we figure out what the heck to do.
Good afternoon, dear.
Hello, Charlie. Charlie?
Huh?
What did you bring home with you today?
The top of a beautiful spruce tree.
Is this the same top we looked at together yesterday?
No, this is the top of the first tree we cut down on the second landing. So I felt very moved. Because I was very sad to cut it down.
Aw.
And it waited bright green for a whole month while we continued clearing that land up there.
And now what is it doing?
Dragged it out with a chain, the whole tree. The top didn't blow off of this one. Looks great, so it's going to be our Christmas tree while we thank it for existing. Also very sappy. But it smells great, and these are super high in vitamin C. So, they taste amazing. I don't know what kind of spruce this is, but it's great.
I am just preparing Donny Organics holiday collection, photographing things. We have some beautiful grass hairpins, an organic linen kitchen towel. So this episode was supposed to be kind of a funny why we quit sailing storytelling episode, but sometimes life has other plans because this week has been super tough. About a week ago it became cold enough to keep the windows in the house closed all the time, and also there was a pretty big rain for a couple days, and something about the airflow in the house changed and we could just smell mold. I can smell mold now, and Charlie is super sensitive to mold and has spent years detoxing from it, and that is one of the reasons why we quit sailing, as well as he has Lyme disease, and for me, I've had a couple miscarriages and just really wanted some time to focus in on growing my little business and getting that to feel steadier. So that's why we quit sailing in a nutshell. And it looks like we'll be going back to sailing because that's kind of our only safe living structure in terms of mold-free and can get by over winter. So I'm surprised in the process of moving us out of this house we just moved into. Then we'll go back to the boat. There could be worse things. It seems like we're going sailing.
Bumble and Bimble try to fix their latest oopsie in the rain. We own a lot of things somehow. Your car's got a certain,
It's full.
Okay. Oh goodness, yes, you've got your everyday necessities in there. Looks good. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Just a little drizzly day for loading up a couple of items to go to our small sailboat.
What you doing, Charlie?
Loading the truck bed with our meat stash. We went a little meat crazy this year and thought we'd save money by buying in bulk. Yeah, we've got a nice pallet of foam here. I wanted to reuse something. I found this in the dumpster, but it's the bottom of some sort of giant machinery that was shipped. We need more ice bags.
Oh my gosh, look at my car. It is so packed. Can't even see how packed it is. Charlie's truck too. Why do we have so much stuff? Hey, so this is all super unexpected, but we are back to Blossom. It's really too much for me to comprehend right now, but we had to super suddenly move out of our rental because it was moldy, and this is the only place we have to go. So even though Charlie and I were really wanting to spend winter in Vermont, both of us are like, oh my gosh, is this really what we're doing? And we really don't know what we're doing. We may sail down to the Caribbean, or we may just putter around the Chesapeake and anchor out through winter. It's t-shirt weather still, November, though it is chilly. So options, I don't know what we're gonna do. I need like a solid week's nap right now. What on earth are you wearing? Where are your pants? You slept in majorly?
I guess. What time is it?
11:30?
Huh?
Yeah.
Pretty tired.
So I just pulled together some breakfast, some nice Vermont sausages and eggs that we brought down.
I like the mizzen sail. It's about the size of a sea snark or something. Oh God. The main, on the other hand, is a different animal. I heard this thing was a sailboat. How did I fold this up? Where do all these ropes go? Hey there. Boss is coming. Figure this out. Okay, first we put on the foot, then the hoist. I heard this is a sailboat.
You do it wrong?
Do you want to go on a sailboat trip?
Do I ever? Do I get to? I wasn't gonna ask.
Yes. And we got lots of delicious salmon. Bringing it to the ocean. Looks like bringing fish to the ocean, huh? Yeah? Yeah?
Bacon's coming along. The water hot for coffee again. Gonna be delicious. I think you can talk to me too while you film. It worked pretty well when Kayla did that. One coffee. You want it in a little cup?
Where are the ceramic cups?
Unpack. There, you brought them from Vermont. We're gonna unpack them still. Maybe today. Hi, we are back on the boat. This was 0% the plan, so it's pretty overwhelming for both of us. We have been here for about 24 hours and we are just unpacking box after box after box. So yeah, we took way too much stuff off the boat, and so we're definitely thinking about like what we should leave on the boat, what we should take off the boat, and what the heck we're doing. Should we sail south with no real plan. Should we head to the Bahamas, offshore? Should we just like relax and stay here on the Chesapeake for winter, though it's pretty cold, so I'm not sure that we're going to survive that. But nights have been okay, but it's just all the daily activities, and it's only November, and I know January gets pretty cold around here. And we're also being like more minimal than we've ever been, really serious about sailing with less, traveling lightly. So even things that we actually use a lot, we're thinking, can we redesign our life so we don't need it? Like our folding bicycle, that's kind of our car, and we can taxi around a lot of stuff with it. But we were like, what if exercise was running? Simple, doesn't take up any space. And we took a taxi to get stuff, fill up propane when we need it, and I kind of want to keep the bike, but Charlie is thinking we should get rid of it, and I also sort of think we should get rid of it, but my heart is torn because I have had a lot of good memories biking around on that floating bike, and so is Charlie, but it's just crowded in here.
Can't seem to pay for anything up there at the hardware today. They gave me these set screws too. They're too complicated.
Why are they giving you stuff?
It's out of the system. They're going to start selling by weight.
Go.
I got my little set screws to replace my rusty set screw. Takes 4 of them every single time. Here they are. Now I get to go put them in a little bag, tape them to the mast, so when I need to swap the set screws next time, they're right there where I need them. We're unpacking and trying to decide what gets to stay and what has to go from the boat. A brief pan with the camera will show you some large houseplants, a bicycle, and a questionable guitar. All of these things may be cut because we really haven't sailed that far with them. And we're thinking perhaps we'll sail farther without them.
Live light. What do you have there, dear?
This is so pretty and antique-y. Didn't we get it at an antique shop or something? Where did we get it?
What are you trying to decide?
If we have room on the boat for the Mocha Express. Deliciousness comes out and it gets poured out of the spout. I think we owe it to just make one more cup. To that most fantastic shrimp place somewhere on the Pungo River. That's gonna make doing the whole ICW worth not going around Cape Hatteras. Really, it's about the shrimp. It's not about Cape Hatteras at all. It's about the shrimp.
You had some good shrimp there?
It's amazing. They got a whole room full of shrimp on a pile of ice.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. It's right there.
I wonder if shrimp are in season right now.
Oh, that's a good question. We should look that up.
Call ahead, call it off if not.
Might have to go around if not. Yeah, none of my notes stayed on here. I need to get a better system.
It's alright, dear. Nothing like learning the chart twice.
Oh, you know what? They might have been actually down here.
Hey, so the day I got here was an unseasonably warm day. It has been freezing cold ever since then. So luckily we got a oil radiant heater. I don't know, the type that has like metal with holes in between that circles oil through, and that's really dry and warm, but we were just freezing cold for a few days. And now boxes! Oh, I'm looking at our stuff and saying, do we really need this to go on a sailing voyage? And also combining things because, so easily I grab 2 fennels. It's been really hard. We've been wavering back and forth. Chesapeake, Bahamas, Florida, like what do we actually want for this period in our life? And it's funny because we did make a plan for what we wanted in our life and it didn't work out because our house was moldy. So the plans we make don't always work, but our main like overarching goals are for Charlie to heal from Lyme disease and for me to have enough time to work on my little business that it becomes at least a bigger little business, and just to be happy and enjoy our lives. And we can probably do that anywhere, but of course certain places and living styles will make that easier. How does this happen? Oh my gosh, a 4th fennel. This is crazy. 1 down! Woo. we're going to cover up the light inside of this dehumidifier so that we can sleep well at night, because it is a really bright light that seems to serve no purpose whatsoever. So, here you can see the desiccant wheel, which is either full of salt or a polymer that makes it a very special and rare type of dehumidifier that works in cold temperatures and is also much quieter than your average dehumidifier. A feature very important on SV Blossom.
We're humid.
Humid humans. Two humid humans going about their evening. We have 4 dehumidifiers on board. This one just came in the mail because it is the quietest, smallest, and yeah, not too heavy. The surgeon at his work.
It is the brightest light in any appliance ever. Ah. It's no longer a glaring blue light from the abyss.
Well, that didn't go as planned. Join us next week as we figure out where we are going, Chesapeake or Bahamas. Leave a comment below and tell us what you think we should do for winter.